Hey everybody, it's Steve with XBLA fans. Once again, it is Tuesday, which means it's time for Trials Tuesday. This week we've got 4 great tracks, including a Red Links pick for you to take a look at. So we'll go ahead and get started here with one of my personal favorites, and again, part of a series that I've been following. This is Lord of the Rings Rivendell. This is a Supercross track by Dr. Ed, and I don't have any more Dr. Ed jokes left, so I'm just going to let you watch this one. This is probably one of the better ones. I mentioned last week that the Shire was good but not great. This one is much more of a, oh my gosh, that looks awesome kind of moment. Or it has a lot of those, I should say. It plays well. It plays pretty good in 4-player locally. But again, being so long, it's a little bit more difficult. It's not quite as hard as Isengard was. But you'll find that some of your casual buddies might find this a little frustrating. I will say that if you watch this and if you play it with casual buddies, they might get rejuvenated when they see Rivendell start to appear, which you'll see here in just a minute, because it kind of urges you to go on. There are a couple odd jumps, or difficult, I'm sorry, not jumps, but trick jumps like that, which, if you do it right, isn't really a jump. You just kind of hook it and climb over. By the way, as always, unless I tell you, it's not me doing the replay. This is definitely not me. A, I wouldn't have two different colored rims, but B, I'm just not good enough to get a top time on any track. Skill games, maybe a few of them, but not on a track. By the way, it just blows my mind how good some of these tracks can be. I mean, when I saw the first Lord of the Rings track, I was like, holy crap, that looks like Isengard. And you start to see Rivendell now, and you're like, oh my gosh, that is a convincing Rivendell. It just goes to show you the power of the Trials editor, because you're not going to be able to see this in any other console game out there. Halo can't do it, and I really don't know of any other one that's quite as powerful, even to Halo. So this next one is called Last of Us. This is our Red Links pick for the week. I like this one for the sheer fact that it's nice and quiet. You've got just the BMX bike. It's a little difficult at times. What I hate is that a lot of creators are kind of taking hard or extreme tracks. This is just my personal taste, but that first jump there where you had to clear a little pipe and land on it and then keep going, to me that's an extreme jump. And so it frustrates me, because I like playing hard tracks without extreme jumps in them. But I was able to forgive it for this one, because this is great looking. It's sort of Fallout-ish, maybe a little bit of I Am Legend, I don't know. But it was a lot of fun. It's a great looking track as well. Not going to spoil it there. Okay, this is J88 Party Trials. This is another Supercross track, and people might think, well, this doesn't look necessarily that interesting or that epic or whatever, but we just have a lot of fun with this track. There's nothing in particular about it where you're like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. But it's just a solid downhill track. We have a lot of fun. It's not difficult when you're playing by yourself, but you know, as always with Supercross, when you're playing with friends, you're that much more competitive, and so you find that you crash in stupid areas and stuff. It's a great track for a few laps. It's not very long. There aren't a lot of downhill tracks either, and this is one of those that's a lot of fun in that sense. Great frame rate on this one as well, so you don't have to worry about any sort of choppiness, because occasionally on Supercross tracks, editors go a little overboard with objects, and when you get 4 players, occasionally it'll get some frame rate problems. And lastly, this is one I just found today. This is Coyote Kaboom, and this is straight out of Looney Tunes, and it is so awesome. This is going to be our challenge track for the week. So post your top times on this YouTube channel, on our post here at xblafans.com, our Facebook page, tweet it to us. Let us know what you can get. I mean, this one is just too much fun to pass up. I mean, look at that. You are the Roadrunner. The Coyote is blowing up and crashing, and also he's going to shoot out of a cannon. I'm not going to spoil the other ones, but there's some really hilarious little things that you see here in a minute. So, I mean, this is one of those that if you're not going to download a whole lot, download this one because it appeals to pretty much everybody. It's funny, and it's not too terribly difficult, but yet it's got a nice driving line, and it doesn't take very long to complete. So, I mean, we're at the finish right now. That's it for this week, guys. We will see you next week back here on Trials Tuesday.